Right, Shalom. First, I'd like to give all praises unto Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, and double honors unto the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and honors to you brothers out there in the highways and the byways teaching this word in all sincerity and in truth. And I just want to speak about, order and obedience. And, like I heard a few brothers say, man, we've grown up, in this captivity where, wickedness is the way and disorder. And we've also grown up in a world where people abuse authority. They abuse others, they abuse themselves. And with that being the case, this world is, ingrained in us to be, to don't trust anything, basically. Don't trust anything. Be like a free radical, be disobedient. We don't understand. We've never been in a structure, I should say, that we can trust in. Now, the scripture do say you don't put your trust in the arm of flesh. But what I'm trying to get you to understand is, when you're putting your trust in righteous leadership, which is led by the Spirit, ultimately you're not putting your trust in flesh. You're putting your trust in Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, who set those men up. And that's what it really is about. Do you believe, or have you discerned that the structure that you are a part of is in the spirit, is the body of Yahweh Shai? If that's the case, then you're going to trust in it. You're going to trust in the Lord's oversight over his church, and trust that the Lord is going to set up members in positions for the benefit of the body, beginning with the elders and apostles. Just like 2,000 years ago, when the Lord set up the apostles of old, he set up the apostles of old to be profitable unto the body, to be profitable unto the church. And they were extremely profitable unto the body and to the church and to those that served them. Righteous rulership which is in the spirit. And I have faith that I am a part of that. So you gotta put off the ways of the world, man, which fostereth disobedience, man, and humble yourself to the trust in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahweh Shai, man, and what he's doing. This is 1 Kings 10:9. I want to start with this. It says, "Blessed be the Lord thy God, which delighteth in thee." Now, this was the Queen of Sheba speaking to King Solomon. Now, this is what she said. "To set thee on the throne of Israel." Now, is the throne of Israel is rulership over Israel. "Doth not all Israel serve the king?" See, a lot of, you see, everybody got to serve somebody, man. This is the whole issue, what it is with order. Most people have got like a little mini God complex going on, man. You wanna be your own God. You wanna be your own power, and the thought of being an underling or under the authority of another just rubs you the wrong way, especially when you come in this truth. And a lot of it's really because you don't trust in the reward and the benefit of that servitude. You trust more in the benefit of the servitude when you go to your workplace and your manager or your supervisor is telling you what to do. You'll put up with it. Why? Because you want to get that paycheck at the end of the month. When here it is that this body of Yahweh Shai that we are a part of, the order that's been set up is for your eternal benefit, man. Way above a paycheck. It's for your eternal benefit and well-being. But you got a problem with that. I suppose if you were getting paid, you wouldn't have a problem with the order. You know, maybe that's what it is. You're not receiving money. But the point of the matter is that the king over Israel, who's all Israel serves. The scripture tells you that in Ezekiel 37, that they shall serve. Is it Ezekiel 37? It's either Jeremiah or Ezekiel. It tells you that they shall serve David, their king. Are we not all servants unto David? As David is a servant unto Yahushua? Are we not all servants under David? Of course. Will David not have complete authority over all the men of Israel? Of course. But that authority is beneficial for the men of Israel. David was set up in the spirit to do that role for the benefit of the body. And there is no other man that can fill his shoes. Everyone, there's a saying, there's horses for courses. Everyone is set up in the spirit righteously to play a particular position, which not only benefits themselves, but also benefits those who serve them and those who they serve. It's not oppression. Oppression is something completely different. This is righteous rulership and order. And the Lord set that up way back with Solomon, to the point where the Queen of Sheba said, blessed be the Lord thy God, which delighteth in thee, to set thee on the throne of Israel, because the Lord loved Israel forever. So the Lord made all Israel servants unto Solomon. And she's saying, hey, the Lord loved Israel. Why? Because Solomon was a great king, a great leader, a great ruler, and he cared for his people. And he was in the spirit. The Lord gave him the spirit of judgment and wisdom to do so. You should be thankful that the Lord has set up righteous rulership and order, man, because left to your own devices, man, you'd be through. Let's just keep it real. We need righteous rulership, man. The Lord was always said he was going to set up shepherds over Israel, man. The flock needs shepherds, man. It's beneficial. All right, let's just keep it real. The apostles and elders and the order that's been set up is very beneficial to all members of the body. And very beneficial to this ministry. And that's why this ministry has flourished regardless of all the trials and tribulations and obstacles that it has faced. And the same thing happened 2,000 years ago. The leadership that was set up with the apostles and elders of Jerusalem and the elders that was set up throughout the different churches was instrumental in the work that was done 2,000 years ago, which has laid the foundation for where we are today. That could not have been done without the proper leadership, man. Without order. Whether you want to get emotional about it or not, this ain't about emotions, man. Sometimes you gotta humble yourself and admit that you ain't got all the answers, man. Sometimes if you were left to yourself, you would make the wrong decision. Face that fact, man. Face that reality, man. That's why the Lord set up men above you. You ain't the Most High. All right? Therefore made he thee king to do judgment and justice. And that's what happens, man. That's what the apostles and elders are set up to do judgment and justice, and to shepherd the sheep, to keep the discipline and the obedience that we're supposed to be rehearsing going for the furtherance of the ministry and the growth of the body, man. And that's what we're here for, man. We're here for one, to be delivered, but this is also at the same time, well, it's like a symbiosis, man, because ain't no one man can be delivered by himself. The elect have to be sealed. This ministry is of utmost importance, man. It's detrimental. And like Apostle Gabar said something, if you don't have order, innately what you're going to have is disorder. Ain't nothing ever been created out of disorder. If you want to create a house, you don't create a house in disorder. Everything has to be ordered and measured. It has to be calculated. Okay? You don't use a explosive to build a house. Disorder breaks things down. Order puts things together. And is that not what we're doing? All right. I want to get another scripture here. Corinthians. There's a righteous order, man, and the righteous order is there for the benefit of the people. Right? 1 Corinthians 11 and 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is Yahushua, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of Yahushua is the Most High. That's the fundamental basic structure which is going to be beneficial to all Israel and everyone, every party involved. Because guess what, man? These women, if they go after their own lusts, they'll destroy themselves. So the Lord set up men to be authorities over them, to their own benefit. The man, we've seen, if the man goes after his own lusts, guess what? He destroys himself. So the Lord, that's why Yahushua is there, to guide the men. Now, even among the men, Yahushua set up different men, different order among the men, to order the men. That's why I would say you got guys, you want to get on the women are out of order, which they are out of order, but then nigga, you can't even get in order your damn self, man. So how are you any different, man? Oh, the apostles, bro, you being a nigga woman right now. You being out of order. What makes you any different? Everybody got to serve somebody, man. You got to play your position in the order, man. Everyone's got to play their position. That's how it works. That's how it's beneficial. The ministry over here in London, man, every time brothers go and commune with the apostles and elders, man, it only gets stronger, better, faster. You know? It only gets stronger, man. That's not an accident. That's because that's what they were set up for. The leadership of the apostles has been very, very detrimental, of highest importance to the growth of the ministry here in London and the growth of the ministry among all the churches. It's just true. Trust in the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai that he is in this thing. He is moving his spirit over the body and controlling it. If you do not trust that the Heavenly Father, through his Son, has the reins and the control over this body and over the leadership, then you got to go. Go find where you, if you think the Lord's dealing with you to be that righteous leadership at that top level, then go set your thing up and the Lord will be with you and the ministry will be with you. But you know what? You know what you find out? All them guys that thought that, they leave and they fade to black because what they've done is really leave the body, so they die. What happens if you chop off a foot? If you chop off a foot, does the foot start walking by itself? No, the body lives. You sew off, they sew up the wound and the body lives, but the foot dies and decomposes because the foot needed the rest of the body more than the body needed the foot, so to speak, if you understand what I'm saying. All the members of the body is important, but understand what I'm saying is, if you remove yourself from the body don't die, you die. Because the life is in the body. All right? And that's what it is, man. How many of these guys that have rebelled against the apostles and elders and their righteous leadership have actually formed a ministry that's actually flourishing, and they're actually doing the work and teaching the right doctrine? No, none can be compared to Great Millstone, and there's a reason for that. The reason is Yahweh Shai is in Great Millstone, is working with Great Millstone heavily through the apostles and elders, and then the order on down. It flows, man, like a river, like blood through the body, man. Invigorating all the parts and members, man. Makes the body strong. All right, so the order is there for a reason, and it's beneficial to everyone. It's beneficial for the man to follow Yahweh Shai, and in following Yahweh Shai, follow the order that Yahweh Shai set up among men. It's beneficial for the woman to follow the man. These things are beneficial to the body, the order. It's not oppression, it's righteous rulership. It's the way that leadeth unto life. And yeah, sometimes you're going to feel uncomfortable because you aren't able to do what you want to do. But guess what, man? This thing ain't about, freedom ain't always about being able to do what you want to do, man. It's about being free to do the right thing. Okay? It's not about being free to do what you want to do. Anything you want to do, you just do it. That's not freedom. That's anarchy. The freedom that we're going to get in the kingdom of heaven is the freedom to do the right thing all the time, all day, every day. That's what true freedom is. Because we're still going to, everybody has to serve somebody. Only the Most High is truly, if you want to talk about freedom as in doing whatever you want to do, only the Most High is like that. Most High ain't got nobody over him. Everyone else has somebody over them. The glorious liberty, let's get that, the glorious liberty of the sons of God, man. That liberty is freedom to serve in the righteous order of things, man, and to reap the benefits of it. You know, a lot of you guys just want to be some free radical anarchists, man. You want to do your own thing. How's that been working for you for the last 7,000 years? You tell me. Oh, it's Romans, isn't it? Yeah. The glorious liberty, man. Romans 8:21, because the creature itself also shall be delivered from the bondage of corruption into the glorious liberty of the children of God. And the bondage of corruption was from your own corrupt mind. But you just want to do what you feel like. You know what I mean? Bro, you still under the bondage of corruption. The discipline and the yoke of Yahweh Shai is freedom, man. The apostles give us freedom and liberty to do what we're supposed to be doing in righteousness, which is this ministry the right way. And you get leeway. If you want to go walk in the park, you can go walk in the park and do what you got to do. But the elders are going to strictly discipline you so that you're doing the right thing, man, doing the right things. Like making your videos and that's things. It's not bondage, man. That's really freedom, man. Because that's what you're supposed to be doing. When you're not doing that, you're in bondage to disobedience, to corruption, to your lust of your own flesh, which is going to lead to your destruction. All right? I'll show you what's going to happen to the children of disobedience, man. Ephesians, the 5th chapter. Let me get one. 3 and 6. Colossians 3 and 5 says, mortify therefore your members which are upon the earth, fornication, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence, and covetousness, which is idolatry, for which things sake the wrath of God cometh on the children of disobedience, man. Hey, you want to be a child of disobedience, man, and the wrath of the Lord is going to come upon you. You got to mortify your members. You got to stop being so sensual and be spiritual. It's not every time something gives you an uncomfortable or bad feeling that means it's wrong. It could just be you. That's why you got to trust in the spirit, man. Sometimes things ain't going to sit right with you, man, because that's just your flesh. That's just your emotions. That don't mean it's wrong. If it's coming from the right spiritual source, spiritual leadership, my advice to you is go with it, man, in faith that the Lord is doing his work. All right. And like I said, that is all based upon you believing that the men that have been set up above you are the men of the Lord. Now, if you don't believe that, then you, like it's been rightly said, you ain't got no business being in Great Millstone, because obviously, why are you being under men that you don't believe are being led by the Spirit? Well, fuck me then. What, hey, the exit, man. That's where you need to be heading for. And then you see if you can get what you want to get, or find what you want to find elsewhere. Because it ain't here then, according to what you believe. Now, if you do believe that the apostles and elders are the men of the Lord, then you got to roll with the Spirit, man. You got to roll with the Spirit, regardless of the flesh, man. And in the end, we going to all get where we need to get to, man. Trust me, the scripture tells you, man. Till we all come in that same unity, boy. The stature of Yahweh Shai, man. Ephesians the 4th chapter. That's where we want to get to, man. All that matters is the ministry right now and the edification. And we just want to get to the end goal, man. The manifestation of the sons of God. And then, according to our faith, everything's going to be sweet, man. Just roll with the order. And as long as you keep in the order, which we will keep the order and the discipline, everything's going to be all good, baby. It's going to be sweet, man. Every day, all day, every day. All this bullshit that we got to deal now, the fighting and the bad, all that's going to be done away with anyway, man. Ain't going to be none of that, man. It's going to be pure harmony, pure peace, rejoicing, happiness among Israel, man. In our houses, among our families, man. All of us together, man. There ain't gonna be no 2/3, ain't gonna be no nigger women or no niggas or none of that upsetting the vibrations of the body, man. The vibrations of the nation, man. We're gonna get to live like how we want it, how we should be living. We're gonna have the liberty to live and live good and be happy and be content with what the Lord set up for us, man. And trust the Lord that he knows what is good and better for us, man. That's what it comes down to. You see, a lot of people think they know better than the Most High about how things should be done, or what is the good. They think they got a better way. You ain't got no fucking better way, man. Just trust the Lord, man. And in the end, all things are going to be fulfilled, man, to our blessing. So with that, I'm gonna say shalom.